Gretchen Veihl is an extraordinary woman and philanthropist.
I love to organize things. I love to see something through to fruition. I love to see it go from start to finish. And that can be a challenge because if you say yes to too many things, there's only 24 hours in a day, and at some point, you need to sleep.
Her mission as Director of Philanthropy at ElderHelp began just as the pandemic hit.
No one had a playbook for how to fundraise in a pandemic. And we did the best we could by trying to make sure that the mission was funded. The same is true with the way ElderHelp had to change the model a bit because we were always in our seniors' homes. All of a sudden, we couldn't be in our seniors' homes. So how are we going to still fulfill the mission? How are we still going to fund the mission? But now we can't meet people. Seniors who always were isolated were even more so. We had to discover ways of making sure that they still felt included. And that all trickles down to the fundraising.
Gretchen seamlessly launched an online auction and virtual program. Under her leadership, individual giving increased 93%, and corporate support relationships increased dramatically by 624%.
I get goosebumps now even thinking about this day because within a week we had raised more money than we had raised in all of our previous events. Every ticket holder converted their ticket to a donation. People wanted to help, and this was a way that they could. We've just discovered a whole lot about fundraising and how it really touches people. That's really what it's all about. I've actually only been an official development professional for 8 years. I came from a career in higher education, but I was always a volunteer development professional. If it was in Girl Scouts or PTA or soccer or whatever organization came my way, I always felt compelled to help. I learned that from an early age. My parents were very philanthropic but had very little financial means, but they volunteered all the time. In fact, it never occurred to me that people didn't, because this was what we always did as a family.
Gretchen's remarkable connection with people, her inspiring leadership and giving heart is certain to influence others.
I like to be the storyteller. I like to be the one that picks who gets the award. So being in this chair is admittedly a little uncomfortable for me, but I'm deeply honored. And I can say if someone else looks at me and says, I think I could do this, then it's worth sitting in this chair and talking to you today.